A Marriage by Pat Allen of Springwood 2777. Narrated by Janine Penfold. Rain clouds gathered over the ocean, but we continued to attach white hydrangeas, pink roses, and grey dollar gum to the gazebo. A gentle breeze moved white chiffon ribbons. This was a splendid location for a summer morning's wedding with the blue Pacific backdrop. We were on a grassy knoll on the escarpment overlooking the coastal plain. The panorama of beachside towns spread before us. Austinmere, Thirroul and Bulli invited closer inspection. Long ago, the famous English author D.H. Lawrence had been impressed by these very beaches. A shiny blue coach arrived, and about 35 Vietnamese women of all ages alighted. Most were elegantly garbed, some in shades of red and gold satin, others in blue and gold, with their black hair piled high and dressed for a special occasion. They descended upon us, dark heads bobbing and chattering with anticipation. I was relieved to find that they simply wanted their photos taken with the Pacific Ocean as background. We gathered the remaining flowers and ribbons into our car, pleased that there was still no rain or strong wind. The conversation I'd overheard just a year ago between mother and daughter came to mind. "Are you going to tell Gran about Bin?" Irene urged her daughter. "Will I do it now?" Nina whispered in the silence. "Tell me what?" I asked as I carried a tray of milky coffees to the table. This sounded exciting, and as grandmother, I would be sharing in whatever was their news. "I met a young man at the Adelaide conference." "That's nice." I encouraged her to tell me more. "He was game to ask me to go for coffee." Nina smiled. I could see that there was to be more to this story. "When will we get to meet this young man? I guess your parents have already met him?" "We'll come to dinner sometime soon, Gran." It was a promise I rather expected from this dear granddaughter. "He's an orthodontist," she added. "You know, a type of dentist?" And she paused. "He is Vietnamese. Bin Dang," she ventured and waited for any reaction. "That's lovely!" I knew that if this sensitive young woman was interested in the son of boat people, that he certainly would be worth meeting. Nina herself, a solicitor, was a first fleeter from Irish convicts, with her white skin, dark hair and blue eyes, a Celtic lass. That year had passed all too quickly. Invitations from the Good and Dang families went out, and now we had what threatened to be a wet wedding day. Guests quickly assembled and took their seats for the ceremony. The bridal cars had arrived. Nina's attendants prepared for her entrance on the arm of her tall and handsome Italian immigrant father, with mother on the other side. The music struck up, and they began their procession on the red carpet. Nina smiling, her eyes dancing with excitement. Bin turned to welcome his bride. His black hair shone and dark brown eyes glistened with fresh, though unshed, tears. It was a precious and emotional vision we shared. Rain still threatened, but did not fall, and the breeze had dropped. Altogether, being mildly warm, it was much better not to be the expected hot January day as forecast. The minister read the marriage service, rings were exchanged, and a photographer recorded their signing of the register. Guests met and mingled, and, relieved to still be dry, we headed for the reception following the bridal party. That was when the sky opened and heavy rain fell for about 30 minutes. A perceptive and accommodating photographer was kept busy capturing precious memories. We were soon seated and set out to enjoy the sumptuous Vietnamese and Italian-themed wedding breakfast cum luncheon. What a mixture of delights! Oysters, prawns, smoked salmon, pasta, salads and fish, washed down with beer and punch, wines and water. Parents from each family spoke of their delight at today's union. Bin and Nina expressed their gratitude for the unswerving encouragement from their parents and their appreciation for the celebration we were witnessing. We drank toasts with champagne, cheered the cutting of the wedding cake before dancing was led by the newlywed couple. Desserts of panna cotta, tiramisu and fresh summer fruits were offered, but few people needed much more feasting. By mid-afternoon, partying wound down to the time of departure. Firstly, to send this much-loved and loving couple off into married life with our blessings and best wishes. Though their two mothers shed some tears of joy, there were smiles and good vibes all round as Nina and Ben exited through an arched tunnel of friends' arms who sang them on their way. Wish me luck as you wave me goodbye. We had become acquainted and blended, engaged with people from different tribes who now sought to become Australians. This truly had been a memorable, dang good celebration. The end.